I'm really proud to be in this role and to be part of the fight against COVID-19.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, you, the people of Lanarkshire, have engaged with us and really helped stop routes of transmission by answering some basic questions and self-isolating when asked to. Overall, your response to your calls has been absolutely amazing. So from all of us, thank you very much for playing your part.
Our service has supported people at some of the lowest points in their lives, and we've spoken to many lovely people who've been really helpful, but sadly that's not always been the case so much recently. We're now noticing more and more that we're being met with aggression when we call people, which really isn't acceptable and won't be tolerated. No one should have to put up with that. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect and dignity at work.
Let's face it, we all know a phone call from us maybe is not the most welcome, but we're just playing our part in the fight against COVID-19 in our work, and like you, in our everyday lives. Many of us have had to self-isolate too, and we've all been subject to the same restrictions.
We know no one wants to isolate, especially now when restrictions are lifting and we can visit more and more people and places. But please, help us do our job and engage with us. We do understand you might be frustrated by the situation you find yourself in when we call you. And if you've tested positive for COVID-19, we know you might be feeling unwell and don't necessarily feel like answering questions. But we do need to know where you've been and who you've had any contact with, so that we can reduce the spread of the virus as much as possible and keep restrictions at bay. We also want to ensure that you have any support you need in place to self-isolate, whether you've tested positive for COVID or have been in close contact with someone who has.
Only last year you were on your doorsteps clapping for NHS and other key workers. We really felt appreciated, and that has changed. So please, no nasty comments or shouting at us loudly down the phone. This is happening all too often to contact tracers, in fact more often than not.
If you really don't want a call from us, there are things you can do to increase your chances of staying off our radar.
Keep your distance.
Wear a mask.
Take regular LFD tests.
And get both doses of the vaccine.
But if we do call, please afford us the same respect we afford you, and together we will get through this pandemic.